Welcome back, Bob the Vapor Computer Guy. Today we're taking a look at the Asmodus Ohmie tank. Alright, before I start tearing into this thing, I'm going to dive down to the table. We're going to look at it up close, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. Alright, so today we're taking a look at the Asmodus Ohmie tank. Little play on words there, Ohmie tank. You got your manual here with some specifications, basic components, how to open it up and fill it, all the basics. And you got your actual tank. So the tank itself is pretty much, you know, it's not a high-end tank, but the fit, you know, everything feels nice on it. Pin is decently protruding there, not that you should use it on anything other than a regulated device. You got your 2 Cylon slot airflows on the bottom, and it does hit on both ends. Your top, it looks like an A10, it looks like a wide bore tip, but it is a proprietary tip. You can unscrew it, and you can see that as your fill. I just washed it out, so it's a little wet in there still, but it is proprietary. No problems filling in there. Tremendous holes, easy to deal with. Let's take off the glass. Glass is separatable. Separatable? That a word? Separatable. That's the word. All right. You have your base, and you got your coils. 2 coils it comes with. You got this one. It says Ohmie on the side. This is a 0.5 ohm. Best between 60 and 80 watts. It's a large, looks like a dual wrap coil in there. All right. Other coil it comes with, which I've been using, is the 0.2 ohm, best between 70 and 90 watts, and I found 90 watts worked absolutely fine on that, and that has 3 smaller coils in there. All right. So everything with the fittings is nice. Nothing extraordinary here, but threads are fine. Of course, now won't go in because I'm talking to you about it. Goes in fine. Glass goes on. Actually, it's better when you put the glass in the top first. All right. Attached together. Fill in the top. Just a plastic tip here. It's just plastic. O-rings match the top. You get some extra O-rings, some extra clear ones, and some extra of the blue. Another set basically of everything you need in there. And there you go. That's the Asmodus Ohmie tank. Let's go back up and I'll tell you what I really think about it. Alright, so where do I start? I think the original one, they're giving these free now with Naked 100 juice, like a bundle, $20 for a bottle of juice, and you get the tank with it. And that's how I got the tank. But you can buy the tank separately, of course. The tank on the Asmodus website is $29.95. I think they were given a Delrin drip tip with it. I think these are just plastic now that are coming with it. They cut down, you know, the cost a little bit there. I mean, it feels like plastic to me. Again, $20 with a bottle of juice now, where the tank itself is separately. I don't know if they've changed anything else with the tank other than the tip. I don't think so. It looks the same to me. They just matching the O-rings to match the kind of juice you're getting with it and changing that tip to what I believe is just plastic. I mean, it feels just like plastic to me, not like Delrin, which is kind of close, but I think this is just plastic. So right now I have the which one do I have in here? The 0.5 ohm coil in here, and I have it at 45 watts. Well, let's start with this. Let's open up the airflow and take a vape. So taste is fine. I think I hear dogs outside barking from the whistling that was coming out of this thing. Let's cut down the airflow by, you know, a third. Still kind of noisy. Let's cut the airflow in half. Much more normal. The 0.5 ohm coil, I'm going to bump up this power a little bit. The 0.5 ohm coil, let's do it at 50 watts. Airflow half off is actually pretty good. It's the best I've found so far. That's the best setting for this thing. The 0.5 ohm coil with the airflow half off is a good vape. If you pop in the 0.2 coil, which, let me grab that, I got that over here. Alright, you pop that in, and extremely turbulent. It's not noisy when you're vaping with it completely open, but it's just a turbulent airflow. And if you're not familiar with what I mean and what a reviewer might mean when they say a turbulent airflow, it's not smooth. You just feel like there's some kind of restrictiveness, but it's not a tight vape. It's almost like, think about, you got your vacuum cleaner, right? And you got the long tube and you're trying to pick something up and a piece of paper gets caught in the front or inside and you can feel it flapping around in there as the air's going through. You might still be sucking up dust through there, but that piece of paper is like flapping around and it's not a smooth airflow. That's the best thing I could think to describe a turbulent airflow. And that 0.2 ohm coil, right, 0.2, that 0.2 ohm coil in there, even with the airflow completely open, is just turbulent and it's not an enjoyable vape. Leaving it sit overnight, I actually did have it leaking a little bit, and on a coil, that's rare, and everything was, then I cleaned it all up, tightened everything down tight, put it back together again, filled it up, and it did still leak a little bit, leaving it sit there on the mod for about an hour. So I don't know what the deal was with that, but that 0.2 ohm coil didn't work. The 0.5 ohm coil, airflow half closed off, is the only way I'm getting any kind of a decent vape out of this tank. And it's actually pretty good in that one situation. 0.5 coil, airflow half off. That's the only way I could say I could use this. I'm certainly not going to buy more coils for it. I'll use it until this coil is gone, and that'll be the end of it. So there you go. I can't really recommend it. That's the Asmodus Ohmie tank, and there's better out there. Sorry, guys.